What's up, everybody? In this episode, we are going to work on the bottom paint on our 2006 catboat. And this was really the only thing about this boat. We bought it used. Everything was in really good shape, but the bottom paint was a little bit rough. This is my first time ever doing bottom paint. I've been around it my whole life. I've seen a lot of people do it, but I myself have never done it. So I thought it'd be fun to share with you what the experience is like. And so we're gonna dive in. First thing we're gonna do is examine the existing bottom paint and then figure out how we're going to replace it. And then we're gonna just jump in and do it ourselves. Here underneath the boat, we can see the existing bottom paint. And this is a layer over what they call an epoxy barrier coat that helps prevent blistering on the hull. So I talked to the previous owner. This was a freshwater boat. He said it was painted with ablative paint, and apparently through my Googling, I learned that ablative paint is really the preferred paint for a trailer sailor that you're bringing in and out of the water frequently. So we're going to replace it with ablative paint. While I'm down here, I thought I'd draw attention. This trailer really is designed very cleverly. You can see I've already moved this bracket out so I can have access to the keelson. But what I discovered is that these beams here can be dropped, so I can move this whole piece of, I guess, bracing that the boat's sitting on so I can access the bottom. Obviously, I need to make sure the boat is supported otherwise before I do that. And for that, I got a jack stand here, and I have another jack stand up there. So my plan is to sand the boat everywhere I can reach it. Then I'm gonna jack up the jack stands, move these down so I can access them, sand the rest, and then sort of repeat that same procedure for the paint. So really well thought out trailer. I really appreciate whoever came up with this engineering. But overall, it seems like a pretty manageable project. Whenever I have a boat project, the first people I call are the team at Jamestown Distributors, because they have just so much knowledge and really great customer service. And they said, guys, I'm painting the bottom of my catboat. What do I need? And we wanted to do a red, kind of classic red. We're having a new tan bark sail made for the catboat, and we thought that a red bottom paint would look real sharp. And so they said we should use the JD Select ablative anti-fouling paint. And it has easy cleanup, soap and water, it's a water base, which is pretty cool. And one thing I really appreciated about these Jamestown products and Total Boat stuff is they really test the environmental impact of this stuff, and there's no way around it. Bottom paint is not good for the environment. It sheds off. That's the whole function of it. But with this version, this is one of their more environmentally responsible ones. They have a variety of stuff on their website about that. And also being able to clean it up with soap and water while it's wet is very nice. So when you get a gallon of this stuff, they have a whole kit that you get, which including the de-waxer, surface prep, mixing stuff, tape, rollers, and Tyvek suits. So it's like kind of a one-stop shop, which I really appreciate because it takes the guesswork out of it. So we'll see how this stuff rolls on. It looks I love the color. And our first step is going to be to sand the existing bottom with 80 grit sandpaper. I'm gonna suit up, so I probably won't be able to talk all that much. I'm gonna suit up, respirator, the full 9 yards, because this stuff is not good for your health. Got our vacuum to suck up all the particles. And once we've got that done, we're gonna go through it with the de-waxer, prep the surface, and then we'll be ready to roll. So hopefully it won't be too bad, but it's not too hot today, so the Tyvek suit won't be too brutal here in Florida. But so get suited up, get to it. Safety first. We got the bottom sanded. I didn't show it because it's pretty boring and messy, but I just wanted to show you kind of how it looks like and what the trailer looks like. I've dropped this support down, and the boat is now being held up with jack stands in the front and the back, and I also put some steel rods here to just add some redundancy, because as my friend Chris always says in sailing, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So after sanding, I've gone through with the de-waxer and just rubbed down the surface, and that's flashing off right now. And we're gonna get ready to roll some paint on. So Fiona's gonna come out and help me. She's way better at paint than I am, and really excited to see what this looks like. that wasn't so bad. We got 2 coats of the paint on. We waited about 2 hours between each coat because it is about 90 degrees down here in Miami, so it dries really quick and super easy to apply, and it looks real good. Before the second coat dries up, we're gonna pull the tape line off, which is always a very satisfying step. Woo! It looks good. Time to raise these stands back up and do the other side. Getting ready to paint the other side of the boat, and we pre-painted the section of the hull where the jack stands were going to touch, just to make the whole process go a little faster. And I wanted to show you, I wasn't able to fit the steel bars as a safety redundancy on this side, so we went with a rope approach. So I have 3 lines, one tied to the bow, one tied to the stern, and one around midships, tied to a palm tree, nice and tight. I'm not sure if this were to go over, if this would actually prevent it, but it does make me feel a little better. They're pretty tight. I have heard suggestions about using a halyard and tying the halyard down, which is a clever way of doing it too. But overall, I think we're in pretty good shape. The boat is also tilted a little bit to the right-hand side, so overall, I think we're in good shape safety-wise. But just something to call out when you're working on a boat on a trailer like this, just to make sure you have those extra safety precautions in place, because no one wants to go out getting crushed by their own boat while they're painting it. That would be not a good way to go. So, all right, we're going to get going on this other side, and should go pretty quick. Here is the rudder. I almost completely forgot about painting this. And on this, I ended up sanding it down all the way to the barrier coat because the paint that was on it was in pretty rough shape and it was easy to sand it. So this is what the barrier coat looks like. The white spots are where I went a little too far and started hitting the gel coat, but I'm not too worried about blistering on this. But yeah, this should clean up really nice. It was in kind of ugly shape before. We've got it hanging from the mango tree, so it'll be easy to paint it all up at once. The paint is dried, and man, it came out so good. Got the rudder on back, and just, I don't know, when you put the rudder on, it really feels official. But yeah, got the paint on, everything is dried up, and this boat is ready to put in the water. So I'm just gonna give the gel coat a quick buff to kind of pull the shine out. And we've got some new canvas for the sail cover, and also a new bimini top I'm gonna put on. But then we're gonna head down to the ramp and put this thing in the water. So this has been a really fun project, very accessible for those that are thinking about doing themselves. And yeah, I'm pretty excited how it turned out, but let's get this boat ready and put back where she belongs out on the mooring.